All right, let's enjoy.
One of the wildest places on Earth. It's the largest US state, bigger than Texas, California, and Montana combined.
That's pretty big.
Yet only about 730,000 people live here.
Still a lot of people.
Not because no one tried. It's empty because it's vast, isolated, and brutally difficult to move through. That reality shapes everything. Where towns can exist, how animals move,
Okay, that's an interesting view.
and which
I felt like
places
that was
remain
needed.
almost unseen. This is the only place in America where the biggest threat isn't crime or weather. It's 1,500-pound bears, collapsing glaciers,
Glaciers. Glaciers.
and earthquakes
Glaciers.
strong enough to move the land itself. Ukivok Ghost Town tells that story clearly. An entire village built into the side of a rocky island, so close to the edge it looks like it's hanging above the Bering Sea.
Obvious.
Then there's Anderson Bay Waterfall, bright blue water dropping into a crystal pool that looks almost tropical, until you realise it comes straight from glacier melt.
Ooh, how cold.
This is the Alaska most people never reach. Not the famous landmarks, but the places off the routes. Beyond the roads, where reaching them demands planning, patience, and respect for a land that doesn't forgive mistakes. Unalaska Island lies just 16 miles from an active rumbling volcano that could erupt at any time. During the war, Japanese bombers attacked the area, marking the first enemy airstrike on continental territory. Despite its dangers, the island has no bears and almost no mosquitoes, making camping possible without these pests.
Did that guy say impossible? Impossible? That would be better to camp with no bears and no mosquitoes. What is this guy on? Come on, man.
The landmass is formed from volcanic rock, with green rolling hills nourished by the rich soil. Offshore, clear water reveals a seafloor carpeted with spiky brown sea urchins that once devoured entire kelp forests. Over time, those reefs have begun to fade as the urchins continue eating the algae that built the rock layers.
Yeah, I mean, that shit's beautiful.
Nearby, Unalaska Bay features a flat-topped peak with steep sides that looks completely different from every other mountain in the area. It is where Japanese bombers launched the first aerial attack on continental soil during World War II, catching the base completely off guard at dawn. The strike took the lives of 25 servicemen at a Bay naval barracks after pilots shifted targets when unexpected anti-aircraft fire opened. Unangan people scattered to fish camps during the raids, and when soldiers evacuated them later, most had zero personal possessions left. The Shishnikov River flows into Captain's Bay within Unalaska and fills with spawning salmon in numbers so thick as if trying to hide its ground from the invaders itself.
Charming to me. Just saying.
Fish are packed in piles like this because every individual is programmed to perish after mating, creating a traffic jam of motionless bodies. They follow chemical trails through the flow back to the same gravel bed where they were born, sometimes swimming upstream for weeks without feeding. The river then empties into harbour channels that handle 90% of all vessel offloading operations for the port of Dutch Harbour. Anderson Bay Waterfall is just nearby, as another cascade within the same island system. This setting faces extreme winds that can reverse the water flow. The falls drop directly into salt water, mixing glacial melt with ocean brine at the point of impact. During winter storms, gusts exceeding 75 miles per hour create updrafts strong enough to lift the cascade, forming a swirling column that spirals upward like a tornado. Aleut legends describe spirits in the rising spray that carry away hunters who disrespect the force of the falls. Fishermen report childlike humming near the cascade, linked to Kalupalik figures that lure children toward the currents in Inuit tales. Tlingit Kushtaka otter spirits are also said to appear nearby, transforming travellers into animals believed to inhabit bays such as this one, and Portage Bay. It stands on the Pacific coast of the peninsula near the abandoned settlement of Kanatak, once an active community that is now completely uninhabited. Archaeological evidence shows people lived along this coastline continuously for years before modern contact. During the fur trade, Russian traders forced male hunters into labour while holding women and children nearby to control the sea otter trade. The small islets along the coast, which provided some of the richest hunting grounds, made this region especially valuable and helped outside influence spread rapidly. The same waters and shorelines inspired legends of the Kalupalik, a half-woman, half-aquatic creature with greenish skin said to live in Arctic waters and kidnap children who wandered too close. Because of this, parents warn their children about the Kalupalik's eerie humming near the water's edge, keeping them from wandering, even when tempted to watch diving whales. These entertaining species release circular bubble rings underwater that rise and trap krill inside walls of air. They swim in tighter circles, forming nested rings inside one another like a target. This feeding method packs prey to about 7 times normal density before a single animal surges upward with its mouth open. Each individual adjusts the bubble pattern based on the exact prey being hunted. The animals control ring count, depth placement, and spacing between every bubble with precision. Despite building these traps, energy use stays similar to ordinary feeding because denser prey balances the effort. Ketchikan is a coastal town where an entire red light district was built on stilts over a creek, letting people slip booze and bodies through trap doors straight into the water below. The town is isolated. No roads connect it to the rest of the continent, so you cannot drive in or out. It receives over 150 inches of rain every year, earning the nickname Rain Capital of Alaska, and making umbrellas essentially pointless. Its Creek Street, however, earned the line, where men went up for whiskey and down for women, because brothels and bootleg tunnels ran under almost every boardwalk shop. Even today, guides warn people not to walk this route alone at night because shadows move against the current and footsteps echo on empty planks.
We go.
Shop owners say shelves are rearranged overnight and items fall from hooks with no one inside, blamed on former madams who refuse to leave their parlours. Guests also often see a woman calmly sitting in a chair inside their room, who disappears when the light is turned on, but leaves the seat still warm. Beyond the town, Potlatch Totem Park and Museum preserves poles that record clan feuds, betrayals, and spirit encounters, with stacked faces and figures reading like a vertical storybook. The tallest totem reaches 42 feet and depicts Raven releasing the sun into the world after stealing it from a man who kept it locked away. One legend adds that Raven found a giant clamshell on the beach, pecked it open, and the first humans crawled out, squinting at sunlight for the very first time.
That is retarded. I'm sorry. But don't even throw that in the video, bro. I mean, you probably can because it's like Alaska culture, but humans crawling out of a clamshell? How freaking big do you have to be? Like a centimeter, dude? What are you doing? Crawl out of a freaking... I'm over it. I'm going to continue. Oh, shut up.
Tlingit myths also tell of Kushtaka otter men, who shift between human and otter forms and...
My friend, that is a skinwalker. That is a skinwalker. Don't let them fool you. That's a shape-shifting freaking skinwalker.
Lure lost travellers to rivers by imitating the cries of babies and screams of women.
What I tell you, that's a skinwalker right there. This guy does not know his folktale. That, my friend, is a skinwalker, and they are real. I have never seen one, but I know that is a skinwalker. Lowering people in with cries of help and little baby cry, that is a skinwalker. That is exactly what skinwalkers do. Continue.
These creatures either rip victims apart or transform them into fellow otter beings by looping sinew through their ears, trapping them as half-animal creatures forever.
Skinwalker. Skinwalker.
Moreover, nearby clan houses were built with twisted entrances that force intruders to bend and turn, draining their energy so people inside could knock them unconscious. Glacier Bay National Park is a vast glacial fjord system where ice once surged so rapidly that it drove entire villages away within a single human lifetime. The area holds the record for the fastest ice retreat in documented history, with frozen fronts pulling back nearly 50 miles along the inlet in just over a century. Calving icebergs here generate underwater sound explosions measured at over...
Hello?
Hey, whatever. I'm actually recording a video right now, so You can say hi. It's quite an interesting video. It's Alaska. So I'm watching a documentary on Alaska. And
Okay.
I'm giving in my own free little words, my opinion. There's a few things which are a little bit stupid I don't agree with, but this guy was talking about a creature and he was like describing a skinwalker. He's like, it's a folktale. This guy turns into an otter, not an otter, yeah, an otter, and he lowers people into the river, rips them apart. And I'm like, that's a skinwalker. And I couldn't imagine a fucking 30-pound otter ripping a 6 foot, 250-pound man into pieces. So, yeah, I'm just watching this video.
215 decibels,
What's up, viewers?
louder than most ocean sounds,
Yeah.
except volcanic eruptions and earthquakes.
How's that Minecraft thing coming along?
I'm trying to fix a lot of the bugs, you know.
How are they with the bugs?
Basically, if I just find the bugs and just tell AI to fix them, they're not gonna.
Well, I'm gonna get to this last section right here. It's probably like another 5 minutes, and then I'll end it there. I'll make it in sections of Alaska.
What's it called? What's the thing called?
Alaska.
That's what the
These
documentary's
crashes
called.
create seismic
It's a
signals
documentary of
strong
Alaska.
enough to register on earthquake
That's all it
monitors
is.
thousands of miles away, classified as glacier quakes. Earlier accounts tell of a young girl who taunted the
Jesus,
ice until it advanced toward the settlement, forcing a flight later confirmed by ice records. This region is also linked with Kalupalik type, child-stealing water beings in modern retellings, used as a warning to keep kids away from ice edges and carving fronts. Meanwhile, Marjorie Glacier, at the head of the inlet, draws special respect because its violent carving fits the idea of a mass that reacts when provoked.
Alright guys, that's enough of this Alaska video for right now. I think we will continue. We have watched about 15 minutes of this video so far. There is still an hour left of this video. An hour 15 to be exact. I think that's enough for me today. We will continue in sections. Thank you for watching. And what they say in the old folktale, kumbaya, buddy. Kumbaya. What the? Yeah, kumbaya. Alright, ciao. Till next time.